Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pittsylvania County Planning Commission meeting, December the 4th, 2018. Ms. Meese,
Present.
Mr. Davis,
Present.
Mr. Horn,
Present.
Mr. Haymore,
Present.
Dr. Miller,
Present.
Mr. Stowe,
Present.
Mr. Dudley,
Present.
and myself, 8 present, 0 absent. Is there anyone here wish to address the commissioners on anything other than what's on the agenda? If not, the approval of the agenda. Motion, please.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Stowe, second by Mr. Haymore. The agenda be approved as presented. All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion's passed, 8-4, 0 against. Approval of the minutes, November the 8th, 2018.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Stowe, second by Mr. Dudley. The minutes be approved as presented in the package. All in favor, raise your right hand. Motion's passed, 8-4, 0 absent. Chairman report is, I'd like to welcome Mr. Hunt, our county attorney, and Mr. Sides, and Ms. Hayes. I think you've got something you'd like to read to the commissioners about the...
Yes, just a reminder that the employee Christmas party is December 21st. It's going to be at the community center from 12 to 2.
Thank you.
You said 21st?
Yes,
Okay.
At what time?
12 to 2.
between 12 and 2. So all the employees can attend on their lunch hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, pursuant to Article 5, Division 7 of the Pittsylvania County Zoning Ordinance, we, the Planning Commission, have been empowered to hear and decide specific applications in support of said ordinance and to make recommendations to the Board of Supervisors or the Board of Zoning Appeals. In accomplishing this important task, we are charged with promoting the health, safety, and general welfare of the citizens of Pittsylvania County. We must ensure that all our decisions and recommendations be directed to these goals and that each be consistent with the environment, the comprehensive plan, and the best interest of Pittsylvania County, its citizens, and its posterity. Anyone here to speak to the board regarding zoning cases will be limited to 3 minutes. At 7:02, case R18-027 is open to public hearing. Ms. Hayes.
Case R18-027 EST Enterprises and James Hunt have petitioned to rezone 1.944 acres from A1 Agricultural District to R1 Residential Suburban Subdivision District and 1.715 of an acre from R1 Residential Suburban Subdivision District to A1 Agricultural District to combine with the adjacent properties. The properties are located on Horseshoe Road and Gemstone Lane in the Westover Election District. Once the properties are rezoned to R1 and A1, all uses listed under sections 35-222 and 35-178 are permitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Scott Thompson is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Thompson, will you come forward, please? Good evening.
Evening.
Do you have anything you'd like to present to the commissioners other than what Ms. Hayes has already presented to us?
No, sir. Just here to answer questions if anybody has any.
Any questions for Mr. Thompson? No one has signed, excuse me.
Yes, sir. We received this letter in the mail regarding rezoning what we're going over now. I just wanted to know what's it about. Like, one of the properties that are adjacent to it. So what exactly is going on?
Give me address.
This is a public hearing. Are you opposed or are you for it or?
Well, I don't know what's the, I don't know what it's about. It's very
Oh,
vague.
okay, let me get this and I'll call you for it and you give your name just a minute, sir. Mr. Thompson, if you'll have a seat,
Okay.
because he wants to speak. Come forward, please, and present your name.
How you doing?
We received a letter,
Your name, sir.
Michael Wiles.
Yes,
And
sir.
our address is 123 Windsor Trail. So I'm assuming that our property is adjacent to Horseshoe Road. So I don't know, like I said, we received this letter, and it was very vague. I know it was a bunch of codes and city ordinances or county ordinances, but I wanted to know what it was. I mean, you know, what exactly are we doing? Or what are they doing?
I can show him, Mr. Chairman.
I was going to
Please, go
say,
ahead.
if he sees that, Mr. Chairman,
Sir,
if he shows that map, shouldn't be.
petition property, and what they do is combining these small portions with these lots.
Okay. But someone that said something about a fence is what I was asking. I mean, what I was curious about.
No, this gentleman that owns this acreage is taking this portion, and then a portion of this farm is going into these residential lots. So it only affects this part, but we have to notify all the way around it.
Well, nice to know.
are you opposed? Are you for?
No, I mean, I'm good.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Haymore, you got the question for us?
No, I don't have a question for him. After she showed him the map, I was sure that was going to take care of the matter.
Mr. Thompson? Do you have anything else you'd like to
No.
add or anything? Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.
It's 7:06, case R18-027 is closed to the public hearing. Mr. Haymore?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, I been up and looked at this property, and if you look at the map on the thing, this is a perfect example where the surveyor that was in my office about 10 years ago said that ever who did the rezoning should be charged with malfeasance of office. And this right here is a perfect example of it. And so in that case of R18-027, and the zoning request changing A1 to R1 and R1 to A1, Mr. Chairman, I move that we present it to the Board of Supervisors.
Second.
Mr. Davis. Okay, motion by Mr. Haymore, second by Mr. Davis. Recommend to the Board of Supervisors change the zoning from A1 to R1 and R1 to A1. Any discussion? If not, Ms. Hayes, will you call the roll?
Mr. Motley?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Stowe?
Yes.
Ms. Meese?
Yes.
Dr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Haymore?
Yes.
Mr. Horn?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Case R18-027 is recommended to the Board of Supervisors to change the zoning A1 to R1 and R1 to A1 by a vote of 8-4, 0 against. At 7:07, case R18-028 is open to public hearing. Ms. Hayes.
Case R18-028, Gerald Roach has petitioned to rezone .71 of an acre located on U.S. Highway 58 in the Tunstall Election District from RC1 Residential Combined Subdivision District to B2 Business District General for sale, service, and repair of vehicles, a used car lot. Once the property is rezoned to B2, all uses listed under Section 35-365 are permitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Roach and Scotty Sparks are here to represent the petition.
Mr. Roach. You have anything you'd like to present to the commissioners other than what Ms. Hayes has already presented to us?
I'm Gerald Lee Roach.
Okay.
My dad is Gerald Red. He's in bad health, so
Right, sir.
the property there, I'm 54 years old, and it's been businesses there ever since I can remember, and I just assumed it was zoned for business. But anyway.
Any questions?
I don't know. Very much familiar with it.
No one has signed up for it. Thank you, Mr. Roach, for coming tonight and explaining it to us. Anyone wants to speak on this that did not have an opportunity?
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Thank you.
At 7:09, case R18-028 is closed to public hearing. Mr. Stowe?
Mr. Chairman, I'm very well familiar with the family. They've done a little bit of every business, used to saw timber forming, building materials and stuff of that nature. Young gentleman makes me feel old. I'm remembering when he was a little tot. Anyway, at this time, I make a motion that we approve this request, or, what did I do? Got it. 18025.
Eight.
Eight, okay. That's the main one I played. You only got it. That we make a motion that we approve this request, and send it on to the supervisor.
Motion by Mr. Stowe is second. Second by Ms. Meese. Any discussions? Ms. Hayes, will you call the roll?
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Horn?
Yes.
Mr. Haymore?
Yes.
Dr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Meese?
Yes.
Mr. Stowe?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Motley?
Yes. Case R 18-028 is recommended to the Board of Supervisors for the zoning to be changed from RC-1 to B2. Vote 8-4, 0 against. At 7:10, case R 18-029 is open to public hearing. Ms. Hayes.
Case R 18-029, Russell Eads has petitioned to rezone 3.821 acres, part of 26.61 acres located on Clover Road in the Stanton River Election District from A1 Agricultural District to R1 Residential Suburban Subdivision District to combine with the adjacent parcels. Once the property is rezoned to R1, all uses listed under Section 35222 are permitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Eads is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Eads, you come forward, please. Do you have anything you'd like to present to the commissioners other than what Ms. Hayes has already presented to
Well,
us?
that's all I was gonna do, is just, the land I've got is agricultural, and the two neighbors that I'm selling the land to is just to add into what they've already got. That's correct. That's all we're doing.
Any questions, Mr. Dudley? No one has signed up for it, so thank you, Ms. Eads, for
Okay,
coming.
thank you.
Anyone here wish to address this case that did not have opportunity to sign up? If not, 7:12, case R 18-029 is closed to public hearing. Mr. Dudley?
Mr. Chairman, I know this gentleman very well. In fact, he's one of my neighbors, 2 or 3 doors on the, we won't hold it against him, but I promise you, anything this guy does is Class A work. I'll give you an example. He's got a mobile home park over there, and you're welcome to come over and look at it. It is nice, a mobile home park as you've ever, well groomed, keeps it clean. Everything he does is just top of the line. So, case R-18-029, I recommend to the Board of Supervisors that the rezoning of A1 to R1 be approved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Dudley to recommend to the Board of Supervisors to change the zoning from A1 to R1. Second by Mr. Horn. Any discussions? If not, Ms. Hayes, call the roll, please.
Mr. Motley?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Stowe?
Yes.
Ms. Meese?
Yes.
Dr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Haymore?
Yes.
Mr. Horn?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Case R 18-029 recommend to the Board of Supervisors to change the zoning from A1 to R1 with a vote 8-4, 0 against. At 7:13, case R 18-030 is open to public hearing. Ms. Hayes.
Case R 18-030, Charles Thornton has petitioned to rezone 4.60 acres located on Museville Road in the Callan-Scranton Election District from R1 Residential Suburban Subdivision District to A1 Agricultural District to combine with the adjacent parcel of the farm. Once the properties are rezoned to A1, all uses listed under Section 35178 are permitted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Thornton is here to represent the petition.
Mr. Thornton, please come forward, please.
Yes, sir.
You have anything you'd like to present
No,
to the commission other than what Ms. Hayes is?
That's exactly what I wanted.
Any questions for him? No one has signed up to speak for it. Does anyone here wish to address this case? If not, thank you, sir. At 7:14, case R18-030 is closed for public hearing. Ms. Meese.
Mr. Chairman, I have received no oppositions, no phone calls. It's very evident in the map that this is joining other properties in A1. So therefore, in case R-18-030, I make a recommendation that we refer this to the Board of Supervisors for approval.
I second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Ms. Meese, second by Mr. Haymore, to recommend to the Board of Supervisors to change the zoning from R1 to A1. Any discussion? If not, Ms. Hayes, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mr. Horn?
Yes.
Mr. Haymore?
Yes.
Dr. Miller?
Yes.
Ms. Meese?
Yes.
Mr. Stowe?
Yes.
Mr. Dudley?
Yes.
Mr. Motley?
Yes. Case R18-030 is recommended to the Board of Supervisors to change the zoning from R1 to A1 by the vote of 8-4, 0 against. That concludes the public hearing. Any old business, Ms. Hayes?
I do not have any, Mr.
Ms.
Chairman.
Sykes?
No, sir, I do not.
Any new business?
For next month, we have 5 cases.
Okay.
And also, you get to elect a new chairman. I'm sitting here looking to my left and right. I see 7 wonderful candidates to be elected chairman. I wish y'all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and meeting's adjourned.